Okay, it's a couple hours later on tray 2. My lunch is in the microwave. I'm not having any like pain or anything. I'm taking out the trays. I remember for number 1 when teeth were sore was kind of like the worst part. So I'm gonna go take those out and then eat some lunch and we'll keep you updated. All right, lunchtime is over. No pain, but when I was sticking them back in, they are tight. Hello, Invisalign people from my car. I just want to give a quick update on how today went. I think I updated my last video. I haven't been sleeping very well. I think it's just because they've been moving around my bite. My teeth don't fit together the same way they used to. There was a conversation when I was getting braces, if they wanted to start the top and bottom at the same time, they'd have to put these bite turbos on because basically the top teeth, where they would fit with the bottom teeth, it just wouldn't be very comfortable. Like the brackets would be hitting directly on the upper back top teeth. The trays are a little bit clunky. It kind of gets strapped in there and it kind of feels a little bit trapped in there. It's more annoying than it is like painful. Now that's a lot of words. Let's put it into real words why I chose Invisalign. There will be another video where I talk more about why I chose my orthodontist. Today what I want to talk about is why I chose to do Invisalign in the first place. The main reason that I started Invisalign, and it's probably the reason why most people go to a dentist or orthodontist to start Invisalign, and that of course is aesthetics. I had some, I guess you could say, minor concerns with aesthetics of my teeth. First thing being, my canine teeth where they sat drove me absolutely nuts. I know not everybody will look at it the same way, but when I look at pictures of myself, my canines are the center of attention. And that always really bothered me because I have a whole mouthful of other teeth that can have the same attention too. Where those canine teeth sat relative to the rest of the teeth made it seem like I had no molars or any teeth behind my canine teeth. Just the width overall of my smile, it just wasn't as big as I wanted it to be. I have just a couple teeth on the bottom that were kind of crooked. I mean, not terrible. When I went to the consultations, they said we don't even know if we can call this crowding, but just the way that they are angled really bothered me. So I'm going around to all these different consultations, like I'm sure a lot of you have or will, and I basically got a surprise in the midst of all of it, and they basically all said I had this deep bite issue. A deep bite is essentially when the lower teeth pop up and they sit too far up relative to your upper teeth. And it's really not good for your teeth. Basically, they wear out over time, and you start to have gum recession behind your upper central incisors, and that's not good, and you end up having to need implants later on in life. Once I had a lot of different opinions telling me the same thing, it kind of made me realize that it's something that I should get fixed before it becomes a bigger problem. Why did I choose Invisalign? I am a student, but also a working professional. I'm in a field where there are a lot of guys, and it's just something that I didn't want to feel self-conscious about. It was just something that I wanted to feel comfortable with. I had a pattern of moving every 4 months. I needed to have an orthodontic option that worked with me. Braces, you have to go in about every 2 months or every 6 weeks or so. I wanted to just have that flexibility to keep progressing in more orthodontic treatment, even when I wasn't at my hometown. The other big reason I chose Invisalign was the bite turbos that I'm sort of talking about in the beginning of this video. Bite turbos, what they do is they stick them on your upper central incisors and they prop open your bite. There's a force pushing your lower teeth down. As your lower teeth go down, your bite opens up and the molars continue to erupt. And honestly, it's a really good way to fix it, but you don't really have very many contact points to chew food, and I was really concerned of just not being able to go to business meetings like normal or not being able to go to social events like normal. It does speed up your progress, but to me that wasn't worth the outcome if I wasn't able to do those things in my life. So that's why I decided to do Invisalign. I had exactly 10 minutes to scarf all of my food and brush my teeth before I had to go take an exam for the same professor. So, good news is that I think I hit that 22-hour pretty solid today. It was kind of annoying to not be able to scarf all of my food and continue to eat, when I was in class. Really no pain when it came to eating those. They still feel kind of tight. Obviously they will feel tight until the last couple days because your teeth are still moving. Your teeth are only really made to move 1/4 of a millimeter per tray, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but teeth are kind of fussy things, so I can definitely tell that things are moving. Yeah, that's all for today, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. I haven't updated the last 2 days just because honestly, the pain that I thought I was going to experience from the soreness of these attachments on some of my premolars, I really didn't experience any of it. It kind of was like tender, but other than that, really there was no pain with it. Yeah, I will keep you guys posted for sure when we do a tray change. I am kind of running behind today. I was in the computer lab and I took out my Invisalign so I could eat and do my homework. And it was fine, whatever, brushed my teeth afterwards. I had problems with my first tray. The tray doesn't fit exactly correct on my molars, and I think it's just the way that I'm taking out the trays. Because I used 2 fingers this time. Typically I take 1. I'm not gonna worry about it this time because tomorrow is my last day with this tray. It is just something that has to pop up. That's just an update for today. See you guys later. So today is the day that we change tray number 2. I'm gonna do it after I take a nap because I have a hard time falling asleep when I change my trays for the first time. So it's a little bit later than what I wanted to do this today, but I decided to wait until lunch because that seemed to make the most sense. Take all the trays out once, clean them, and then put in the new trays. So here are my old trays. They are not nearly as clear as they were the last ones. They don't smell great, but they don't smell terrible. So here it is. And then kind of on the sides. On that side. The bottom one always tends to look cleaner. I'm not exactly sure why that is. So I'm gonna let those dry. You just gotta rip her open. They're trying to, if I can hold this one, they are trying to bring that bite down. So this is the new one, this is the old one. You kind of see those. So this one where the canines sit, that's probably a pretty good visual, versus this one where the canines sit. So time to put the top one in first. This is always fun. There we go. Bottom one in. So that's the end of week 2. Let me know in the comments why you guys chose Invisalign or if you have any questions about my Invisalign journey. I look forward to seeing you in next week's video. Bye!